Yo, what is up everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. And today you will be learning on how to use Onshape, right? Now, Onshape is a website where you do 3D modeling and then you can export it to your 3D printer and then of course print the model that you made, right? So let's first of all show you on how this works, and I'm gonna show you absolutely everything until even I do not know what I'm doing. Well, of course, that's not gonna happen, right? But I'm just gonna show you guys, okay? So let's just get straight away, right? So here you will see the button creator, right? You're gonna have to create it, right? You're gonna have to click on it, and then you will click on document. And once you do, here you have a document name. Now, in my place, okay, because I already made a few ones, I just learned my best friend on how to use Onshape too. I'm just going to name this document test 1, right? You can name this document whatever you want. It really doesn't matter. So yeah. All right, so let me first explain it, right? So here you have a cube, right? You have front, top, right, left, back, and top and bottom, right? Now all of these are planes, right? For example, if I click on the top, it's going to take you to the top plane. Now, what is a plane, you might ask? Plane is this giant cube, or like this giant, whatever it's called. I don't know, right? And then you can also, in certain situations you might need when creating models, you can also click on these corners, and you might actually have a better view at how your model is looking like, right? But I never use this my whole life, so maybe you won't need it. But it's good to know. Alright, so let's start with this, alright? So you're gonna go here on left or top or front or right or whatever you want. Doesn't really matter. And we are going to make, actually I'm gonna decide to take the front because I just feel better like this. Front. Okay, yeah, front. Alright, now we have here the front plane, alright? Now what will you do now, right? You go here on sketch, right? It's right above the name. And it's right next to the extrude, right? You're gonna click on sketch, and then you're gonna click on the front plane, and boom. Now, what I want you to do after is click on P. If you click on P, that giant cube that might mess up your view is going to disappear. So now you have this sketch 1, and it looks a lot nicer. All right, now let's start off with a good old basic. Here you have the line, the corner rectangle, and the center point circles. They are the basic of Onshape, right? Now let me show you what they do. For example, if I want to make, I don't know, let's say like a triangle, right? I can just make a triangle like this. Boom, and then boom. Alright, so now here I have a triangle. But you might also realize that the dimension is not exactly perfect, right? As you can see, it is not even. So what can you do now, right? You want to fix out the diameter. So of course you're gonna go and find the diameter tool. And how do you do that? The diameter tool should be right next to DXF or to this coincident. Maybe for you won't find the dimension button right now. So there also is something called search tools, right? And here you can search up whatever you want. And here you should also find dimension if you do not find it on on the top thing, right? So you're gonna click yeah, and if you ever click on the line and then you are like, this line is useless, you can just press escape, and by pressing that you will get rid of the line. All right, that's also something important to know. Now we're gonna go and click on dimension, and then you can set this to how many millimeters you want. Or if you are in inches, you can set it to how many inches. But if you are in inches and want to work in millimeters, well, just write in how many meters you want it to be. Alright, so in my case, I'm just going to do this for fun. I'm going to put it to 28 millimeters, right? And then the same thing right here, I'm also going to put this at 28 millimeters. Alright, now these two lines are perfectly equal. Now let's make also this one 28 millimeters. So now everything is absolutely equal. There's nothing bad about it. Now, after you've done this sketch, right, I'm gonna show you, of course, a lot of many other examples, so make sure to stay tuned. You can click on the green check. Now, once you do, you will see this beautiful rectangle in front of your face. Triangle, my bad. And now, you can go and press on extrude that is right next to the sketch. And then you can click on it. Now, what does extrude do, right? Now, you're gonna want to move your mouse. And here you can say that extrude actually gives a thickness to the triangle. And that's pretty much extrude, right? That's the whole point. Right, so as extrude, okay, I don't want to make it too thick, but I don't want to make it too thin. So I'm just going to put it like, I don't know. I'm just going to do this for fun, so 5 millimeters, alright? It's not thick, but neither too thin. So I'm just going to press the green check. And now we have a perfect triangle. Now, there are, of course, a lot of stuff, right? So, for example, when making, in the future, when you will make models on Onshape, one day you will want to have like not cubic designs, and you're gonna want to have like something a little bit more modern, right? A little bit better, I would say. All right. So this is when fillets will come in handy. All right. Now, where do you find this fillet? Fillet, you find it right next to the thicken, right? And we're gonna press on it, right? And if you, of course, you don't find a fillet, go and search it in the search tool, right? So, what does the fillet do, right? First of all, with the fillet, you never have to click the faces, because doing that, it will not work out, right? When having pressed on the fillet, you're gonna have to always select, you know, the singular balls, all right? So never the faces. I think you understand what I mean. So, right, so you can click this, and as you can see, it changed the shape of the triangle, right? Now it's not a triangle anymore. And it looks more like a trapeze or whatever it's called. It kind of looks like one, but it's not. And then you can also do this on each single side, but of course, diameter. Oh my god, I clicked too many. All right. So, yeah. So here you can, of course, also decide a lot of stuff. So here it's a little bit more different because I clicked on two faces, but with the fillet, now you understand what it does, right? And you can do this to each single side. Right? So now you have the shape of that Japanese food. I don't know what it's called. It's like Japanese wrapped up. It's like a Japanese traditional food wrapped up in like a, I don't know, algae and rice, I think, with some mayonnaise sauce. I don't know, something like that. But this is what fillet does. And chamfer is also another option. I have absolutely no idea if chamfer will work right now, but chamfer, you can use it also on the faces, right? So let me show you guys right now what it does, right? So let me just go in sketch one, and we are going to restart the whole thing. So now we're gonna go here and delete everything. All right. So now let's make right now a circle, right? Actually, no, we're gonna make a rectangle first, and after the rectangle, we're gonna do the circle. All right. So click back on your front. All right. And then you will click on the corner rectangle. Now, one thing that that you guys must know, this point circle thing is not always useful. It is useful when you make, for example, center point circles or any type of circles, but in most cases when you're making rectangles, you can't really use it, all right? Unless if you are using something called construction lines, all right? Which I will show you soon what it does, right? So let me just make first of all the rectangle, right? And as we did before, we're also going to decide the dimensions, right? So instead of 23, we're just gonna put it 23 millimeters, just like this, right? Now we're gonna do the exact same. Here's 12. I'm just gonna put 12.5. I put 15.5, right? But it doesn't matter. All right. So now we have the dimensions. Now, what will happen next? Well, you have a few options, right? And let me just show you what the construction line is and how you obtain it, right? So, you're gonna want to be off of dimension, right? Because you don't want to measure the dimension right now. And instead, you want to do the construction line. So, you will go here on line, right? But you won't draw a line just yet. Right, with line, you can go and press here on construction, which is right next to this cube with a blue mark, or this curve, right? Or if you do not find this construction, as always, go always in search tools, right? So you will go on construction lines and then you will click on it. Now, what does construction line do? Construction line is a line that is pretty much invisible, like it doesn't count, it won't split anything because I mean it's invisible, right? But in certain situations, if you ever want to find the middle, and you don't know how to find it exactly, well, you can use the construction lines to help you out a little bit. Now let me show you exactly how this is useful. All right, so now let's be for real. The middle is around here somewhere, right? But we do not know the exact like position, so we're gonna discover that just now with you guys. You're gonna click on this and like this, and then you're gonna click like this and like this. Now the middle is right here, right? This is the middle of the whole model. Now, after you found the middle in certain situations, certain models, you can do whatever you want, all right? But right now, what I will do is draw a line. All right, so we're gonna draw a line just here. Okay. We are going to draw another construction line just to make my life a little bit easier. Boom. And then boom. All right, so this is 100% the middle. Easier to see for me, all right? And now I can just cross a line and boom. All right, so now if we go and confirm the sketch, you will see that this part is separated and this part is separated, while the ones that had the construction lines, usually it's supposed to be separated right now, but it's not. Now, what can you do when a let me show you some other things I can do with the extrude, because obviously with extrude you can you can add a surface or you can remove a surface, right? So now what we will do is remove a surface, right? So you can go and press on this, right? Now, of course, what did I do wrong now? Okay, that's just weird. All right, so now we will go on extrude, right? And we will actually, before you use the remove, you're gonna have to extrude both of them, all right? Normally. So you will go like this, right? And then what you will actually, no, you don't even need to. What am I saying? Instead, you can just extrude one, and then the other half will disappear. All right, so now you have a normal rectangle, right? So now we're gonna put this at 12 millimeters, because why not? All right, so now we have a perfect rectangle, right? Now, what will we do next? Next up, what we'll do is make a text on it. Now, the fun thing about making text is that you can actually deliver messages when making a model, right? So, for example, if you want to make a model that says, I don't know, like you want to give a model to your girlfriend or to your friend, and you want to write on the message, I love you, you can do exactly that with Onshape too. Now, how do you do that exactly? You can go and press on Sketch, right? Sketch, by the way, it's like a main thing, okay? You cannot do anything without Sketch, okay, on Onshape. You can click on the surface, and then here you have the text. Which is the letter A, and right next to the cube with the blue thing, right? You're gonna click on the text, and then you want to decide how big you want it to be, right? But in my case, I want it to be kind of this length, just like this. All right, so now I decided the length of how big I want the text to be. Now, what can I do? Right here, here, okay, I already select this because I already did a few models with the text. But here, if you click on this small little arrow, you have plenty of options of writing, right? And when writing, and like when you decided the writing, I recommend you guys using bold and italic, right? Both to be activated. Now, I will say here, as the example, I will say subscribe, because why not? All right. Now, when I wrote subscribe, it should be on it. Now, of course, the when you will make this, the subscribe will always be too big, or like the word that you want it to be will always be too big. So here you will have to, of course, fix the dimensions, which is nothing too complicated. All you have to do is click on the dimension, and then here you're gonna click on this line here. Now we're gonna decide. Okay, and we're gonna put 11 millimeters. Boom. Okay, now 11 millimeters is of course too small, so now we're gonna make it a little bit bigger, so 16 millimeters. Alright, 16 millimeters is alright, alright? I don't want it to be extremely perfect, but it's neither too small and it's neither too big. Alright, so we're gonna put the word right here. Alright, now what can you do, right? Because now you have the word subscribe, and normally, of course, you want it like maybe you want it to be extruded, right? So that's exactly what you will do, right? You will press on extrude, and then you will click on the full surface, right? Now, once you do that, you have, of course, two options, right? You have the option to either extrude it, right? Or you have the option to remove. I went here from add, and I clicked on remove, and now, as you can see, the word is inside of the model right now. So usually I always do remove because it saves plastic, and it saves material, and it's better saving material than using more material. So I'm on the cheap side, I guess. All right, so now I have the word. All right, so subscribe. All right, and if you guys have been watching this video, I would highly appreciate if you also subscribe, because I am also doing a business series on making models and a 3D printing business. Alright, now let's get back to it. Alright, so now I have the subscribe button, and it is all perfect. Alright, now I'm gonna show you guys what chamfer does. Alright, now not that I actually ever used it in my whole life, I never actually used it, but I'm still gonna show you guys what it does. Just click on the and you can still click on the sides here. And then chamfer is basically like the same thing as fillet, but instead of being smooth and round, it is more rectangular-ish, right? So now we have like a house shape, right? So now as we have a house shape, we can actually go and click on right. Oh yeah, and if you ever want to rotate your model, because obviously like this, it's gonna be a very big pain to rotate. Here you have two, thingies, right? And you can click on them to rotate, right? Now in my case, I want to rotate them like this, right? We're gonna build it. Well, actually, we're gonna build a house right now, because why not, right? We already made a house shape, right? Now we have the good old house shape, right? So what do you want now with a house shape? You want to go on sketch, and now you can click on it. Now let me show you what you can do. Okay, this house shape, this house design will be unique, right? Now we're gonna use the circle, right? Center point circle, right? Now we are going to actually, no, before we ever do that, we're gonna draw a symmetric line, all right, to know where our our limit is, all right? So we have one symmetric line right here, and where I will want to put the circles will be around here, right? The circles are basically the windows, right? So I'm gonna want to put my windows around there. Press escape, and now I've escaped from it. Now I will go here and put a circle right about here. Boom. And we're gonna put a little dimension of, I don't know, let's say 2 millimeters. All right, it doesn't need to be big. Oh, 2 millimeters too big apparently. And let's put 1 millimeter. All right, we don't need it to be too big. All right, it's we're gonna actually make a smiley house, right? And now we are going to draw another circle, just like this, and we're gonna put it to 1 millimeter. 1 millimeter. All right, now, if you go here, now if I am not, okay, I'm gonna have to check, alright? So that's gonna be in the second episode, right? Well, I will show you guys more advanced, like how to use Onshape. I'm just gonna show you guys the basic in this video, alright? And now, of course, you want to like want these circles to be in the exact like diameter, like you want it to be more like toward. You guys are gonna see exactly what I'm gonna do. Okay, I don't know how to speak English. All right, so you're gonna click like this, and now you're gonna select the distance that you want it to be from the other line. That's what I wanted to say. God damn. All right, and now we're gonna put it to, I don't know, like let's say like 3 oh my god, no, 3 millimeters is too much. And why is it so far away? Okay, and we're just gonna put like 1 millimeter away. All right, so now we are 1 millimeter away, and we're gonna do the exact same thing to the other side. All right, so we're gonna select the ring, and then we're gonna click on the line, and then we're gonna put here 1 millimeter. All right, so now these circles have the exact same dimension, and they are at the exact same distance. All right, now because I said that I want to make a beautiful smiley house, I will now also use something that you might need in the future, which is called spline, right? Now, spline is basically almost the same as a line, but the only catch is that when you actually use it, it bends, right? So it makes the geometry a little bit more beautiful, I would say, right? So boom, okay, and for now I will just press escape, and now we build a beautiful house. All right, now the catch about this is that I will not be able to extrude this line, because when extruding it's always gonna have to be a closed space, right? So that is exactly what I will do. I will go and click on spline again. I will go like this, and then I will connect it back. And now I will press escape. Alright, so now we have a beautiful smiley face, alright? And now, everything that remains to do is the nose, right? And for the nose, I'm gonna use the 3-point circle, alright? I'm gonna put it right here. Okay, we're gonna put it just like this. And boom. Alright, so this is our beautiful nose and smiley face. Right now we're just gonna close off the gap with the nose so we can actually extrude it. Boom and boom. All right. So now we have, I don't know what this nose is, don't ask me questions. All right, I'm just doing this for fun. All right, so now we've made this, right? And I showed you pretty much all the basics. Right now you'll rarely use the inscripted polygon. Right, I don't use this often, but maybe you will use it one day. But it's pretty much the same thing as the circle and the corner rectangle, right? It has the same thing, right? Now, actually, I'm going to use it right here. I never actually used it my whole life, so I'm actually curious to see what it does. Oh, I could have used this to make the beautiful things. Oh my god, wait, you can decide the shape too. Holy. That's actually sick. Alright. I'm also discovering things. Alright, so now we have this. Alright, we made this guy Jewish. Alright. And now we will click the green check. And I will now click on extrude. And now we can extrude pretty much everything. Right? So we're going to extrude this. We're going to extrude this. We're going to extrude the mouth, the nose, and of course the polygon. And now I will go and remove. Not 25 millimeter, I'm gonna do a good old 2 millimeters. Alright, if you guys see the video going very slow and it's a little bit laggy, sorry about that, my laptop is very bad. Alright, and now I will go and click on the green check, and here you have a beautiful house. Alright, now of course you guys can make it a lot different and a lot more beautiful. Now, to finish it all up, we will also make the fillets to make everything rounder and more beautiful, right? And more professional, of course, right? So now we have the fillet right here. We're gonna put another fillet right here, and then another one right here. All right, now we're also going to do the bottom, and boom. Oh, what did I do wrong? And this. Okay, yeah, that does not work. I'm gonna do it after. Okay, sometimes it needs to be separated. All right, and now I'm gonna click on fill it once again. Boom. And yeah, as I expected, you're gonna have to make it a little bit smaller. All right, because of the subscribe button, that's why. All right, because of the words that I said. All right, and now this looks more like the choo choo train. Okay, I don't know if you guys know the show, the kids show, but there's something called as the choo choo train. Like I think it's Thomas. I don't know. So yeah, this is the model that we made. I'll show you guys pretty much everything that you have to know as beginner. And next time I will be making a another video on how to use Onshape to medium level, and then I'm gonna show you guys on hard level. Right now, with these skills that I showed you, with these basics that I showed you, let me show you what you can actually build with this. Right, so right now I'm also doing a project such as making something called a phone holder where you can put it on the tennis line, like not like the tennis line, but like, you know, in tennis and badminton you have like the white thing that the net. Yeah, I'm gonna put like I'm gonna make it like a phone holder where you can put it on the net, right? So right now this is where this is all you can do too with all the skills. It's really easy. All I did was basically sketch a circle. Actually no, I did not do any circles. So sketch line and corner rectangle, and that's pretty much everything I did. And of course dimensions, and next up I'll have to do the other side, and then I'm gonna have to do like a little bit of material saving. All right, so I'm gonna give it a little bit of design so it can attract the customers too. All right, so guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you guys stayed this long, I would highly appreciate if you subscribed or even hit the like button. And yeah, have a nice day and have a nice weekend. And yeah, peace out, guys.